What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be tufting. What's up, Mrs. Noodles? How are you? Long time no talk. Been a while since I seen you on the live as well. I mean, on top of that, I also haven't been live as much. How are you doing? How are you doing? Excuse the eating noises as well. We're going to be continuing tufting this rug today. The past days I haven't really live streamed it because it was quite a high detailed rug. And yeah, I thought I should not do it live because I didn't want to fuck anything up. Actually, to be honest with you guys, this is very yeah. I'm actually afraid to fuck this one up, so it's very daunting. Pretty sniffy nose, comfy in bed. How about you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. A little bit hungry, so I'm eating right before starting the live stream and starting tufting. What's up, Lamoon? How are y'all? How are y'all? Thank you for joining. Setting up iPad here as well, so I can see the chat on YouTube, just in case some of y'all are watching on YouTube as well. Just in case. All right, cool. So let's get right to it. There's a lot of light colored green that we got here. Also have to make sure that we add in some lines. I forgot one line here, which is black. And also there was one line here that's not fully connected. So we got to fix that. But we get to it straight away. Not sure if we want a closer look. Do we want a closer look here? Because then you can actually see what's going on. Yeah. Let me grab a table. I think that's better as well. Then we can actually see what the hell is going on. Only downside is that I can't see the chat. But hey, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Well, I can still see the chat like this. So, all right, cool. Let's get to it. If y'all buy something in the shop, I do have packs and everything. I might miss it, so let me just give me a shout out. Make sure I read it. All right, let's get into it. I liked, says Solveig on YouTube. Hi Solveig, welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. Let's start here. So I heard Mr. Beast is gonna go live on Whatnot. He's gonna do like a giveaway stream. This guy is ridiculously famous. Actually, quite surprised to see him on Whatnot this early. Also, it didn't seem like a channel for him because, you know, it's not well, I mean, he does sell products, so it does make sense, but like doing a giveaway stream makes the most sense for him. I mean, that's his entire brand. Before we go further, I want to tighten these up. I feel like they're a bit loose. And goddamn, it's cold today, guys. ladies and gents, it's like 11 degrees, minus 11 degrees. Ridiculous. I'm glad I'm inside. That's also the reason why I'm wearing a jacket. How sick are you, Mrs. Noodles? I mean, you said sniffy nose, but is it? Are you bedbound the whole day? Something that's stuck here. That Chansey is straight up on my favorite cards, by the way. The Chansey from MEW, the hollow card. Yeah, it's dope. It's pretty dope. So I just ordered the colors for it last night, sorry. So the colors should be coming in very soon. This and the artwork isn't even like from an AR. It's just artwork from a reverse hollow. Still pretty dope. Tonight, Grafi and I are also going to be live. We are going to be playing RV There Yet together, which is a very fun game. So the objective of the game is to bring an RV across a map, and along the way, the RV gets attacked by bears, and yeah, you have to make it in one piece. And there's like various obstacle courses, which yeah, it's a very fun game. Very fun game. So do join. Do join. If y'all have the time, unless you guys have something better to do. I want to redo that part because I tufted into the black line. And the reason why you don't want to tuft too close to each other is that what's it called? That the yarn gets intertwined, and I don't want to deal with that afterwards. And what tool are we going to be using to get it out? A trusty fork. I'm also looking forward to finishing up this Umbreon also a custom order. But once this cat is done, we're gonna go put the attention towards the Umbreon and then the Chansey. And once all the colors are done, we can start gluing. That won't be happening today. Hi, dude. Can you read my chat? Hi on YouTube. GG Blocks G8B. What's up? I can read your comment. Thank you for being in the live stream. We got 6 viewers on Pokeyokai YouTube. So thanks for joining in, guys. Thanks for joining in. And also 3 viewers on Whatnot, which also has a questions to Mrs. Noodles. Jero the Warzone. Jero, is that Jero Carts? From a while back? Hey, Jero Cards! Or Jero the Warzone now. How are you, man? Luckily, there aren't that many people called Jero. At least that I know of. Changing a profile picture on your social media is like changing your face in real life. Makes it very hard to recognize who is who. I remember Rick came into the chat one day on YouTube with his full name on YouTube, and I just didn't recognize it because I haven't seen his YouTube account. I've been exposed to it as much. Luckily, you can put 2 and 2 together if they mention it. In case y'all are wondering what it looks like from the back, I'm also extremely curious. Whoa. Let's see how that looks for you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna fill in 1, so you know what it looks like from this side. Oi, oi, oi. Opa. So I'm gonna fill this one by the ear. I hope that's interesting enough. Do I get it? Yeah. I have it in frame. There's a slight delay on YouTube. And let's fill it in. I believe it's then this one right here. Which side are you guys on? Have to see the delay. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. bit of a different view. So for those of you wondering, it looks messy. It does at the moment. Because after the tufting process is finished, then we need to shear everything, for those of you who don't know. They say, trust the process. I think after the green, we're going to do the dark green. And once the dark green is finished, we're going to move over to orange or red. I can't wait to go to the red because the red is the least detailed, or has the biggest details, or the least detailed, yeah. I mean, it's still detailed, it's just bigger in size. So there's just less attention span that is needed for it. There we go. Oh, you guys aren't in frame anymore, so let's bring it back to here so you can see the front again. Now that I read the chat again, Mrs. Noodles said that looks satisfying, and that's about it. I haven't ripped some Ascended Heroes yet. I don't think I will. I think I will skip this one. There are other things that I want to focus on in my life at the moment. So taking a little bit of a back step on Pokemon. So that's why I'm also not streaming as much card selling. I think I will. I still will every now and then, just a lot less. So no more. If it's going to be a daily stream, then it's going to be daily streams like this, where I just tuft or do photo shoots for Card Market. So I'm still going to be super active on Card Market, taking pictures of all the cards that I list, listing bulk and stuff like that. Just no more rip and ships, or at least not as much. Up until the point where we can finance some of the packs that we give away on Whatnot from YouTube, I think rip and ships won't be the core of my activities, but more of a fun to do. And fun to have. Hello! Here is the man, the myth, the legend. What up, Grafi? He's still recovering from the scare from yesterday. Yeah, I saw a clip come by. Must have been a fun stream, actually. Met de edits schrikt hij elke keer weer. Nice. Okay, I'm pretty sure that there are some here that I just didn't mark because I don't believe that all of these are dark. I'm assuming light, light, light. Let's do that anyway, because we did the same on this side. And it never has to be fully like the design. I mean, of course, we want to make it as close to possible. But if it's exactly the same, can you call it art? Sometimes it's also about the imperfections that come with it. It's kind of like perfect teeth. I find perfect teeth weird. Like people that use dentures, we talked about it about Mr. Beast. I find his smile weird now that he has dentures. Like, yes, it looks better in the sense that all his teeth are straight, but it feels, I don't know. I don't know. I much prefer see unstraight teeth. Then again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's why I also don't particularly enjoy makeup that much. Not that I wear makeup. I, for example, just prefer look at my girlfriend when she's without makeup. Whenever she does wear makeup, it feels weird. I don't know. Am I the only one? Do you need special yarn for tufting? Yeah, you do. So yarn. Well, the thing is, you can use any yarn you like. It's just that if you get yarn that is used for knitting, it is a big pain in the butt because you need to spool it like this. So if you remember from the last time where we were creating a rug for a friend, we were spooling it manually because with this thing right here. So what you can do is like buy other yarn that is not spooled like this and then spool it manually like this. But yeah, personally, I rather pay the extra €6 to get like the premium one. So what we're tufting with is wool. So this is like sheep wool, which is nicer because it is longer, not necessarily vegan, I would say. If you want to have a synthetic version, then you need to get acrylic, but acrylic sheds a bit faster. Rafi knows all about that because he purchased one of our first rugs, which is the Nike rug. Do you still use that one, Rafi, by the way, or have you garbaged it? But yeah, that's the issue with acrylic. It just sheds a lot faster than wool. As I am talking, I need to check the design of it. I can bring you along with me over here. New video live, by the way, of us packing cards. So this is the design that we need. Let's see if the colors are all right. The one on the left, the ear needs to be filled with a light green, and the rest is dark. And we have the center piece, which is also light green. Okay. So we go back here. Pretty indeed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to shearing this one. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I think it's gonna be worth it. And I hope that the person who bought it is also happy with it. That's my main goal, of course. It would really suck if she is not fully satisfied. So this middle piece also needs to be light. There we go. This one right here. And this one right here. There we go. How did you get the design? All right, so let me walk you through how I went through the design process. So there was a friend of a friend who, so I sold one rug, and the girlfriend also saw what the boyfriend ordered, and she was like, okay, I also want a rug. So great news, right? Awesome for me to work on. And then I was like, okay, what rug do you want? Like, what type of design? And she was like, oh yeah, maybe I want something about my cat. Maybe I want something about sunflowers, or something about olive trees. So I was like, okay, what do I actually make? So I started like looking at inspiration on Pinterest, yada, yada, yada. But after a week and a half of thinking, I just didn't have like a vision in mind on how I wanted the design to look like. So I asked her if she had a story to inspire me, and I reached out to her and I was like, do you have a story? And she says, well, I have a story of my cat that I remember vividly. And it was something in the lines of her seeing a cat in her hallway at her grandma's place and not having the time to pet her. but the cat is extremely persistent. So the cat kept on meowing, and she tried to walk away, but the cat kept on following her because she wanted pets. And she ended up putting her in her grandma's room, I believe, straight or something like this. And that memory stuck with her. So when I heard that story, I was like, okay, maybe I can do something with a cat in a very long hallway. So what I did uh, in first go was I added this cat right here, and I painted lines here through the middle to resemble a hallway. But then I thought it would be cool to add the roof or the ceiling, to change that into a sunflower, to change the sides of the color of an olive tree with like an olive tree in the middle, and of course the floor to match the colors of the sunflower. So I had to make that red, so outdoors as well. And because her cat has passed, that's why I named this design Chuckhill, which is the name of the cat, Chuckhill in the Garden of Eden. So yeah, that is kind of like the process of the whole design. Very long story. Sorry about that to bore you. But yeah, that's the background. That's the background of the design. And of course, I used pictures of her cat, and with some help from ChatGPT to like make some some how do you say, some variations to see which direction I wanted to go. And I ended up going with this mosaic style. And I went and took that design, put it into Illustrator, and vectorized everything. So I had like more influence on all the details, because the problem with using things from ChatGPT is that they don't pay attention to the line depth. So some lines were thicker than others, and whatnot. And you also have to make sure that the spacing of all these details are big enough for you to tuft through. So yeah, it was a lot of work into a week time of designing, but in the end, hopefully worth it. We continue. And before I continue, I placed a Red Bull outside because it is cold as fuck. And I thought this way the Red Bull would get cold. And let me tell you something, it is ice cold, ladies and gentlemen. Red Bull, shoot me for a sponsor. What's up, my tufter? What's up, Kaya? How are you doing? Oh yeah, it's more than you expect. And when I say a week, the problem is that you can't really put a time frame on a design like this, because it's an entire process. It's like, if I didn't think about it and put it in my mind for a month, for a week, I wouldn't have like gotten to the point of getting to the idea. And then once you have the idea, you have to visualize it, so the client would understand it. And then there's client feedback that comes into it, of details that they want to change, because I mean, it is her cat, right? So there are extreme details to make sure that the cat actually looks like her cat. Yeah. So for example, the eye pattern right here, there's a reason why these are white and the others are gray, because her cat was gray and white. But the problem with the mosaic is that you can't really make strands of white like that, so you have to section everything out, like which parts are actually white and which parts are actually gray. And then there's the color of the eyes, which still have to arrive. And then there's actually making it, which also takes a lot of time. I mean, I've been busy with this for a week now. I mean, I think if I spent like a whole 9 to 5 on it and really push through, I could. But I really don't want to work on it if I'm not fully focused. When I stop fully focusing, fuck up the details, and I don't know. I rather put my full time and attention into something like this. All right. I see a comment coming in from Grafi, Mrs. Noodle, Kaya, Join Yokai, and 2 others and myself for playing RV there yet. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I was telling them earlier that we are gonna be streaming later tonight. It's gonna be hella fun. But this time we actually have to make it. So I realized in the game, Grafi, every time there's a bridge, there's a bear. So the moment we see a bridge, we just gotta go full throttle. Okay, and now all of these are light as well. How is the search going, Kaya, for your idea? Not sure if you want to talk about it online. Have you gotten any further? Any blockers that you've come across recently? Oh, Yokai, Kaya, and Noodles got a gifted sub by that guy. I heard, man. It's awesome. Great news. We take the wins when they come. You know, life is about ups and downs. A lot of people, you know, we focus on the downs. But hey, the ups are also very important. No matter how small or how big they are. By the way, for those of you in the chat, are we Team Monster or Red Bull? By the way, I know Grafi is definitely a Monster guy. I mean, the guy hasn't made it obvious enough that he is a Monster guy. Hi, somebody from Japan on YouTube said hi. Hello, if you're there. この辺で一番美味しい唐揚げはどこですか? I just asked him where's the best fried chicken in this area. It's all the Japanese I know. The guy's probably like, what? Funny story, recently I started an Indonesian speaking channel where I speak Indonesian and talk about language. And a lot of the locals are calling me AI. So it's like a running joke. Every comment is like, I'm sure this is AI. Let me go back to the picture. Yeah, okay, we got that right. All right, we move on to another color, I believe. But you are AI. I am? Am I? Oh no, existential crisis. Lamoon, why are you making me doubt, bro? Am I alone in this world? Are people actually watching? Are all of you AI? Oh no. Take a spoon and check if your insides aren't robotic. Okay. Here goes nothing, guys. It's robotic. It didn't pierce through. That's a fork. What color is next? Here's Slokia. How long is this project going to take? I hope that by Friday I have all the colors filled in, including the Umbreon. And then we're gonna glue it, and then the next week I'm going to finish it. So in 2 weeks it should be done. The reason why I've procrastinated on it is because I'm waiting on some orders for the colors. So it actually doesn't matter how fast I work, because if I don't have the colors in, I'm not gonna be able to glue it anyway. So I'm just waiting for the order to come in. But yeah. Did someone order this? Yes, Lamoon, somebody did order this. Yeah. It's gonna was my biggest project yet so far. Also very proud that we got to the point of having a design for her. So yeah. Big baller. Oh yeah, actually it's not a big baller because I mean she paid like 450 euros for this rug. And that is also actually, considering how much time is put in there, on the I'm gonna continue being a broke artist side. Because it's just not sustainable, because if I focus all my time on this, then I don't have time to do other things. So yeah, still work, but it's for the portfolio, like I get to work on a extremely detailed project, and it's also going to be nice to have in the show reels for pictures. Yeah. This is an actual rug. I still need to order my ball rug. Do you want a Pokeball rug? I also have some cards from you still, by the way, that I still haven't sent over. It's still in the wardrobe. Now I just need rugs to rest on my sack on. Just needs a I see, a ball rug. We can make that happen. Just like a nice round patch like this with like details so that it like curves inwards in the middle. And we can make it in the shape that would perfectly fit on your chair. I think it is for the word sack, Lamoon. Mm. Lamoon, when are you gonna start live streaming, bro? You're really funny. Like actual live, like when you're like IRL streams. Soon. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, next color. Light green is done. And now I want to move over to dark green, obviously. If we can find it. Ah, we put it below here. Gonna start doing some gaming on Twitch first. Nice, man. Very nice. Definitely will be in your streams. If you do game on Twitch, what would you stream? What games would you stream? Gonna start doing some gaming. I think it's mainly gonna be War Thunder, Fortnite, and Minecraft. But I want to do a playthrough of other games too. Excuse me. For those of you who just entered and heard a burp. Fortnite, man, I don't get it. It's I mean it's awesome and but every time I play it, I just suck balls. Not that I suck balls every time I play it, but I just suck balls at the game. Um, of course, that was implied. But yeah, I just don't get the whole building part. Really, really bad at it. I'm too old for it, I believe. You've never played Fortnite. I've never played a lot of games. Isn't that sad? If like I recently got an emulator for the Game Boy and I just looked up like some old games because like back in the days like mom would only buy like 2 cartridges for me to play, which was like Pokemon and yeah, 2 Pokemon games and Harry Potter, I believe, and those were the only games that I played on the Game Boy Color. But now you can go through a whole library of like pirated shit from back in the days, and you just realize that you can't play through them all. Like there's so many games in the world, so much media in the world, just so little time, and you can't consume it all. I know I'm stating the obvious here, but you know, just wish I had more time. I'm gonna put you on the other side to see later, Kaya. Then you have a different perspective on it. I feel like this part is quite interesting. Opa. All right. Switching angles again. Hey, this looks sick, says Graphy. 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 It's nicer from the other side, right? Much nicer from the other side. From this side, it's always like, is bro sure he knows what he's doing? Sometimes I have the same, like, shit, is it gonna look good? But yeah, just gotta trust the process. Before we go further, I want to check the colors once again, just to make sure we're not miscoloring anything. This one needs to be light. Good, we spotted that. Does it? Let me see. Dark, dark, bright, dark, dark, bright, dark, dark, bright. Yeah, this one needs to be bright. Oh crap. I double tufted that. Not a big issue. Not a big issue. Double tufting will just make the tuft denser, and it would make the process of cutting it and shearing it a lot harder. All right, I will be ending the stream right there. So thank you those of you who were around, and also thank you for the ones who are on YouTube. But yeah, short stream today, and I will be finishing the rest of the colors off stream. Thank you for joining in. For those of you who haven't yet, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and all the good places. So yeah, thank you for joining in, and see you next time. Bye bye, guys.